Hi, and welcome to this episode of ECCB Connects, a production of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank to share with you who we are, what we do, and how we serve you. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank is celebrating 37 years of service to the people of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, maintaining the strength of the EC dollar and the integrity of the banking system. On this episode, we reflect on the establishment of the ECCB and bring you highlights from a special worship service to mark the occasion. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this message. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank is proud to introduce Dcash, the official digital version of the EC dollar. Dcash is the safer, faster, cheaper way to send and receive payments within the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, all using your smart device. For more information, visit the ECCB's website. Dcash, coming soon. On the 1st October 1983, the Eastern Caribbean Currency Authority (ECA) gave way to the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank as the monetary authority for Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, the Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Christopher and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The agreement establishing the ECCB was signed on the 5th July 1983 in Trinidad and Tobago. Former Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, the Honorable Lester Bird, is one of two living signatories to the original agreement.
The ECCB was an instrument of the OECS. I was the first chairman of the OECS. I was the second chairman of the OECS, and we discussed at length of creating our own currency. And that was quintessential for us because we wanted to make sure that we had our own currency. And not only that, we wanted to make sure that we were able to have our own reserves. And we maintained that as part of our philosophy as to how we were going to make the EC dollar strong. The other islands had their currency, but we decided that we were going to have our own currency. I thought that it was a mistake because I sought with others in the OECS to try and persuade them that we should have one currency, but that did not prevail. They wanted to have their own currency, but we had our own pride also, that we had our own importance, because we know if we work together that we would be able to maintain a reserve and we would be able to maintain a currency that could stand up internationally. I have a tremendous pride that we all had the capacity to believe in ourselves. John Compton was there, Lee Moore was there, but we had within ourselves the feeling and the capacity to be able to develop our own currency. So I had a personal pride representing Antigua and Barbuda, and the reality is we have proven to be right. And I want to say to you that from now on, we're still in a position where we can stand up. But I had a particular pride in making sure that we had the capacity and the will to be able. I recall John Compton, the Prime Minister of St. Lucia. He was very strong, and he and Lee Moore were chosen to go abroad and go to the IMF and go to the International Bank and to show them what we had in mind. And they said that this is something that has difficulty but could be done. We have a strong currency. We have a currency with a lot of reserves, and I'm hoping that the present leader, Antoine, will continue to them hold on to that sort of capacity that we need to keep, because unless we have that, we're going to fall apart. So the reality is, let us make sure that we continue to have 2.7 pegged. Let us sure that we have the reserved, and let us sure that we work together in unity.
Like wine for you to drink. Like wine for you to drink. Like water from my heart. Water from my heart. I pour my love on you. If praise is
As part of celebrations to mark its 37th anniversary of service to the region, the management and staff of the ECCB joined the congregation of the Rivers of Living Water Christian Center on Sunday, 4th October for divine worship. Chairman of the ECCB Monetary Council, the Honorable Prime Minister of St. Christopher and Nevis, Dr. Timothy Harris, and ECCB Board Member for St. Christopher and Nevis, Hilary Hazel, were among the well-wishers who joined in the worship service. In his anniversary message, Governor Timothy N.J. Antwine said that faith in God continues to play an important role in the delivery of the bank's service.
And we've come to say thanks and we've come to praise God because it is in Him we live and move and have our being. Acts 17:28. We have so much to be thankful for today. We had no control over this pandemic, but we do have our control over our response to the pandemic. And when history is written, let us be proud and find our contribution worthy in this season. These are COVIDous times. Or somebody put it to me earlier this week, COVIDicious times. And I suspect the accent was on vicious. These are difficult times for the people of the currency union, including, of course, the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. But you know what, folks? Throughout our long history, we've proven as a people and as a region to be resilient in adversity. Trace us all the way back to ancestors who came from Africa. And when we came to these parts as enslaved Africans, through colonialism, through hurricanes, through economic recession, and now through COVID, we are resilient people. And undergirding that resilience has been, certainly for me and for many of us, our faith in God. We don't often recognize it for what it is, but that is what it is for many of us. But I am continually inspired by the scripture in Daniel 11:32b, which says, "But the people who know their God shall be strong and shall do exploits." We will do exploits in this region, in this season. How many of you receive that now? Absolutely. So I'm grateful to God for what He is doing and will do in our region among us at this time. Every October, we celebrate Financial Information Month. And so this year, given the season that we're in, we have themed the month Financial Resilience in the COVID-19 environment. And so there'll be lots of activities during the month throughout the currency union. And here in St. Kitts and Nevis, there'll be delivery of care packages to the needy among us. We'll also be having various quizzes through our Smart Finance app. We'll be having a virtual business forum. And the focus of the forum will include coping with a rainy day, which is what this season is. It will focus on navigating online, and we all know what it is now to be using these digital tools. They've been a lifeline in this pandemic, including for churches, and for work, and for family, and for business. And then there is also going to be a focus on converting your frown into a crown. I know it says upside down, but I prefer to say it this way. Converting your frown into a crown. That simply means translating your adversity into opportunity. And there are tremendous opportunities in this period of adversity. The growth mindset is key for us to be able to embrace those opportunities. So I want to encourage you to be part of these activities. Some of them are virtual, so there is no concern about distancing and so on. The easiest way to be in touch with ECCB on an ongoing basis is to download our app, ECCB Connects. ECCB Connects. That is our app that will tell you all that's going on in the bank. News, games, and a range of things are via that app. So you go to the store, app store, and you can download that. You can also follow us on our Facebook page, ECCB Connects. We've been doing a number of things there throughout the pandemic, including our weekly podcast, ECCB Connects, which you can find on our Facebook channel, but also on our YouTube channel, Facebook page, YouTube channel, ECCB Connects. So the bottom line of all I've said is ECCB Connects. Once you use that handle, you get our Facebook page, you get our YouTube channel, you will be able to download the app, and you'll be able to stay in touch with your central bank. Because at the end of the day, we are your bank, and we work for you. So I want to encourage you this month to partake in these activities. And I want to recognize all of our partners, financial institutions, banks, credit unions, and others that have joined with us again in this month to celebrate Financial Information Month. The reality, folks, is that many of us do not fully understand money management. And since I'm in the household of faith, I would say money management God's way. And therefore, there's a lot of teaching to be done. No, I'm serious. A survey has shown that only 1 out of 3 persons actually are financially literate. 1 out of 3. That survey was done by Standard & Poor's through the University in George Washington in D.C. Only 1 out of 3. Global Financial Literacy Survey. So there's a lot to learn, and I hope you will avail yourself of those opportunities in this period. As a man of faith, I always like to conclude my brief remarks by reminding all of us, never forget to prepare for our final audit. Never forget to prepare for our final audit. You see, many people spend their whole lives preparing for careers, trying to build wealth, trying to perhaps achieve or attain some influence. And in that process, completely forget to prepare for eternity. Never forget to prepare for your final audit. Thank you. I have one final task before I sit. So how many of us know what are the 5 keys to money management? The 5 keys to money management. So we're going to do a little film in church for a sec. The 5 keys to money management. Anyone? 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 If I had time, I'll go for the children, because I always feel if we save the children, we have saved a generation. Now, they are 1, earning. Yeah, you know that. 2, spending. 3, saving. 4, investing. And 5, hello? Hello? Giving. Who said that? Who said that? If I know who said that, you get a prize from the central bank. But God, I know who said that. Liz, if you find the person who said that, on my word, a prize. Sister, that's you? A prize for you. We have to figure out whether we're going to give you digital cash, Dcash, or whether we're going to give you something else. But we'll figure that out. Congratulations, you get a prize. The 5 keys of money management. You know, a lot of us know the first 2, 3, maybe even 4, but we often forget the 5th, which is arguably equally important. So, on that theme of giving, our central bank inquired of the church leadership how we could contribute, to what ministry could we make a contribution. And you said to us, food distribution ministry. So, Apostle, I'm pleased on behalf of the central bank to make a contribution. And if you will, or have one of your brothers, sisters collect, I'm happy to make this contribution to the food distribution ministry for the Rivers of Life Waters Christian Living Center. So a pleasure to hand you this gift on behalf of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. And all I would say is, and we know with confidence, it will be deployed to assist the needy individuals and families in our midst. Thank you very much, Rivers. God bless you all.
His heart was broken, mine was mended. He became sin, now I am clean. The cross he carried bore my burden. The nails that held him set me free. His life for mine, his life for mine. How could it ever be that he will die? God's Son will die to save a wretch like me. What love divine, he gave his life for mine. His scars of suffering brought me healing. He spilled his blood to fill my soul. His crown of thorns made me royalty. His sorrows gave me joy untold. His life for mine, his life for mine. How could it ever be that he would die? God's Son will die to save a wretch like me. What love divine, he gave his life for mine. He was despised and rejected, stripped of his garment and oppressed. I am loved and accepted, and I wear a robe of righteousness. His life for mine, his life for mine. How could it ever be that he would die? God's Son would die to save a wretch like me. Like me. What love divine, he gave his life for mine.
The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank is proud to introduce Dcash, the official digital version of the EC dollar. Dcash is the safer, faster, cheaper way to send and receive payments within the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, all using your smart device. For more information, visit the ECCB's website. Dcash, coming soon.
To view any episode of ECCB Connects anytime, any place at your convenience, check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn at ECCB Connects.
Here's where we end this episode of ECCB Connects. Thank you for watching. We invite you to connect with us next week for another program.